Hey everybody, Greg here with Drifter Journey with a follow-up video as requested about our bed lift. So in this video I'm going to go over the components again one more time, how it functions, show it working, and we will give you a wiring diagram that we used. Obviously do your own research on wiring. But the wiring diagram that we used to wire the front and rear actuators separately so we could get a little bit of pitch for uneven surfaces. So yeah, we will get into it. I will start with showing you the components. So I'm going to show you as best I can. But I recommend referring back to our initial video before everything was built out to see it a little bit better. But basically what we have going on here, we have a unistrut wrapped in automotive upholstery. It goes up, and then there's one going horizontal for the support. And then down below here we have our actuator, which is bolted into the unistrut. And so we have 12-inch actuators. And up above, I'll switch to the front one because the lighting's a little bit better. You got coming out of the top, so this is the actuator itself. We got 80/20 aluminum rail. And on the 80/20 rail is a slide, and then on our bed frame 80/20 also we have an L bracket that we took the feet that came with the actuator and just welded it to a piece of L channel steel, 2-inch steel or whatever that may be, and then bolted it all together. So basically you got unistrut support and weight, and the actuator, they're 200-pound lift each, going onto 80/20 onto a slide, which is going onto the bed frame that is all 80/20 screwed together. So now I will show you how it functions. So the wiring itself is on two separate rocker switches. We have one that controls the front two lifts and one that controls the rear two lifts. And so what you have there, and I'll try to explain it, but we'll put a doodle up. Basically, from the fuse box to the switch, and then going over to the lifts, there's a splice in the line. And so they splice the line and run it over to the second lift. And then you have two lifts on the same switch. Did the same for the rear, which allows us to control those two front two separately from the rear two, which then allows us to angle the bed a little bit. I would say we can probably get about 4 inches of leveling. If you did go, just did the front two, you would end up ripping it off its frame and it would tear itself apart. So you gotta be mindful of that. As for the lifts, the actuator lifts, we went with some of the cheaper ones from Amazon. I think they were roughly $30 to $40 a piece. We'll put a link below for those and some of the other products. And also with that, you can buy really fancy, expensive ones. We're talking $200 to $300 a piece that will lift exactly at the same speed. For our situation, we did not want to spend that money. So we do have one that's actually a little bit slower than the rest, but with the 4 inches back and forth that we go, it doesn't get too far off. And then every once in a while, you'll notice if the bed starts to get a little bit off, we will just reset them all to 0, and then we're back in the same thing to start again. So I will show you the bed going down and up here. We do have our bicycles in, so the whole reason for the bed lift is to allow for us to put bikes in here under the bed. They're only in the van for about half the year. So the rest of the year, the bed will come all the way down, basically to this ledge. But when the bikes are in, it needs to sit up about 4 inches high. So that's why we have a bed lift in the first place. So yeah, this is the bed all the way up. And I will lower it down for you now. So as it's coming down, I just need to watch out to make sure that I don't smash it into the bicycle. So I just keep an eye on it. And the handlebars are the current part that will hit because of the traction mats and the safe here. All right, I think we're there. So we will throw up that wiring diagram. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thank you for subscribing, and please subscribe. Also refer back to the original video. We'll link that here. It'll do a little pop up here in a second. And thank you again for watching.